So if you were injured while on active duty, Andrea, you are probably receiving some sort of VA disability benefit, or you're possibly in the process of getting that benefit. But what many people do not realize is that you could receive not only your VA disability, but you can also receive a Social Security disability as well, what is known as SSDI. Now, both of these benefits are delivered by the government, but there are some differences between them that you should know about before applying. So we're going to talk about that in today's short educational video, so stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, President and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. And the reason we've created these educational videos is to help to make the difficult and confusing retirement process simple.
Yes, and we do this by incorporating a team of expert advisors ranging from certified financial analysts, certified financial planners, estate attorneys, insurance advisors, and other needed professionals to help us build a comprehensive and holistic roadmap that will let our clients know when, where, and how they can reach their retirement goals.
For specialized strategies on how to maximize your retirement, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos.
Andrea, there's about 8.2 million people who receive what we call Social Security disability. And there's about 4.7 million veterans who receive disability from the VA. But what many people may not know is that over 620,000 veterans receive both a VA disability and some sort of Social Security disability as well. And neither one of those benefits will actually conflict with the other. So there are some major differences that people need to know about. And quite frankly, I've spoken with veterans who didn't even know they can qualify for Social Security disability, which is interesting because that can be a significant increase to your income. So we're going to cover the differences between Social Security disability and having VA disability benefits in today's short educational video, because I think it's very important that we talk about this. But before we get into that, there are 2 rules to retirement income that we always like to give you. And Andrew, what are those 2 rules?
Well, rule number 1 is to never run out of money, and rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1.
Yeah, so if you are a veteran, and I will say this, we appreciate your services. We're going to try to help you understand your differences between getting a VA disability benefit and also perhaps receiving a Social Security disability benefit. So now I want to talk about Social Security disability versus VA disability. Now, these 2 disability government programs are definitely 2 different animals, okay? So you have to understand that. Now, the VA disability you can only get if you've served in the armed forces, but Social Security disability, you can get that at any time, depending on if you're working and you have enough credits to qualify for it. Before we get started, one of the things that you must understand, and a lot of people get this confused, is SSI and Social Security disability. SSI is totally different. Social Security disability and SSI do not correlate with each other one bit, because SSI is about low income. If you don't have enough income in your retirement to sustain you, you may qualify for SSI. So it's a supplemental income for low income earners. Social Security disability is for everyone else. So one of the things that you're going to want to make note of as far as to qualify for Social Security disability is that you have to have an illness that qualifies you to be disabled at any time while you're working, as long as you have 20 work credits. Now, if you've seen our prior videos, you know that you need 40 credits in order to qualify for Social Security retirement, but that is definitely different when it comes to Social Security disability. Now, there is an age exception to this rule. As with most things that we talk about, right? There's always an exception to the rule where if you only have maybe, let's just say 10 credits, you could qualify for Social Security disability. Another thing that you have to understand with Social Security disability is that you can have enough credits, but you can have a major gap in your work history that actually makes you ineligible for Social Security disability. Yeah, you could have had your 20 credits and decide to go and be a stay-at-home mom, and you may have not have worked in maybe 10 or 15 years. Well, at that point, if you were to become disabled, let's say within 2 or 3 years, you may not qualify for Social Security disability. So it's really important that you understand that. Also, Social Security disability is an all or nothing. There is no percentages. There is no partial disability. Either you are disabled or you're able to go to work. Also, your condition, in order to make sure that you do qualify for Social Security disability, it must be significant enough to say that you won't be able to do what you are capable of doing for a year, or it could possibly even lead to death. If that is the case, you may very well qualify for Social Security disability. Now, in 2021, you cannot have any earnings more than $1,310 per month, or if you're considered blind, that's $2,190 per month. And this money could be taxable, although there are not many cases where it would be taxable because people are not able to earn the income to push them into a taxable situation when it comes to their Social Security disability. But it is able to be taxed if you fall into a taxable situation for sure. So that's important to make note of. Now let's go ahead and talk about the VA disability. One of the things that you have to do to qualify for a VA disability benefit is that you have to have served in the armed forces in order to do this. You have to have been injured while you were serving in the armed forces as well. So that injury had to be due to your service during the time that you were actually in the armed forces. With the VA disability, as you can see, very different from Social Security disability, where it's an all or nothing. Here you have a rating scale. So you can be 10% disabled and receive a partial VA disability. You can be 50% disabled. You can be 100% disabled, of course, and get more benefits from the VA. And when it comes to this rating scale and how they look at it, you can actually be disabled in different parts and different variations of your disability. So you can have not the use of your arm to give you a certain percentage of disability. And you can also have lost vision in your right eye, and that can give you a certain percentage, and they can just add those percentages up. So it's a total different game when it comes to qualifying for the VA disability. And obviously it's a little bit harder. It can take, years to become qualified for a VA disability. So you have to understand that it's a long process. It can also be a long process here with qualifying for Social Security disability as well. So both of these qualification processes can end up being a very long time. So you have to be patient, and you may have to get a disability attorney to assist you in these matters as well. Also, when it comes to the VA disability, you can have substantial earnings. You can have substantial earnings. I know clients of mine who are receiving, VA disability, and they're making over $100,000 a year. If you did that, taking Social Security disability, you will become ineligible for that benefit. They would basically say you're a capable person and you can work, and you would be taken off of SSDI. But with the VA, under certain circumstances, you can have your VA disability and be able to make substantial earnings. There is an exception, right? There's an exception to the rule. Now, if you qualify for a VA disability as an individual that is unemployable, that means that you have been deemed that you cannot do any work, then you have to abide by the same rules as it pertains to SSDI, meaning that you cannot earn substantial earnings and still receive that full disability benefit from the VA, because you have been deemed unemployable, that you cannot do any work. And so they will look at that if you decide to. And also, your maximum benefit when it comes to a VA disability is $3,731 a month. And so that's quite a bit more than what you can get maximum when it comes to SSDI. So that's an important thing to note as well. Also, these benefits are tax-free. Unlike your SSDI being able to be taxable, your VA disability benefits are completely tax-free. So you can make $150,000 a year, but the income that you're making from the disability from your VA is completely tax-free. Also, the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset, that's what these two are, you're completely exempt when it comes to your VA disability. Your Social Security disability could be affected by these two provisions in the Social Security codes. So you have to be understanding of that. that the windfall elimination provision that reduces your benefit based off of if you are receiving a pension of some sort and also receiving some sort of benefit like Social Security, they can reduce that benefit. That's affected by SSDI, not by the VA disability income. One thing that you need to make note of and that many people may not understand is that you perhaps could qualify for both of these benefits fully. That means that if you are working and you become disabled and you have enough credits, you can get your full SSDI along with whatever benefit amount that you're getting from your VA, and one does not affect the other. So it's very important that you understand that. So I hope this information was beneficial to people who may be serving in our armed forces and become disabled, because I can tell you, I've met with many clients where some of this information was not known. So I really hope that this video gave you some insight into understanding how you may qualify for a Social Security disability benefit and your VA disability benefits as well if you actually served in the armed forces. Please remember that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and attorney regarding your own personal situation. Also, if you are looking for a qualified fiduciary advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, go ahead and click on the link provided in the description below so you can learn how to become one of our high-value clients. For more information about this particular topic or any other topics that we've shared in our prior videos, do not hesitate to reach out to our office or leave any questions or comments in the section below.
To learn more about our services and how we can help you to increase your chances of not outliving your retirement savings, make sure to click on the link in the description below and sign up for our free Maximizing Your Retirement Income Masterclass. After this video, please check out our other videos that we've created that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers.